that I stand before you today to welcome you to this significant and epoch-making occasion, the commissioning of the newly acquired vehicles for the Nigerian Correctional Service. This event marks yet another milestone in our continuous efforts to strengthen the operational capacity of the service and enhance our ability to fulfill our constitutional mandates. Today we are commissioning a total of 39 operational vehicles, specifically procured for the safe and efficient transportation of inmates to and from courts. These vehicles will be distributed strategically across our commands based on identified operational needs and pressing demands. In addition, ladies and gentlemen, to the escort vehicles also to be commissioned today are 5 bullet-resistant guard boots. These guard boots are stationed at the National Headquarters, Abuja, Medium Security Custodial Center, Kuje, Media Security Custodial Center, Port Harcourt, Maximum Security Custodial Center, I beg your pardon, Port Harcourt, Kano, and Lagos. These vehicles are meant to secure our custodial centers against external attacks, and they are equipped with long-range surveillance capabilities to protect against high-level threats with resistance to 12.7 mm ammunition general multi-purpose machine guns and other forms of dynamites and explosives. The guard boat will therefore aid early threat detection and facilitate effective combat responses. It should be noted that these guard boats are indigenously built by Inmate, a company based in Lagos. The acquisition of these vehicles directly responds to the evolving challenges facing the Nigerian Correctional Service, particularly in ensuring the timely production of inmates in courts. As clearly outlined in the Nigerian Correctional Service Act of 2019, one of our core functions is the conveyance of remand persons to and from courts in motorized formations. These new additions to our fleet will significantly bolster our capacity to meet this critical aspect of our mandates. Beyond enhancing inmates court attendance, these vehicles play a vital role in addressing the long-standing issues of awaiting trial persons in our custody. Honorable Minister, sir, ladies and gentlemen, it may interest you to know that as Monday, 17 February 2025, our total inmate population stood at 80,066. Out of this number, 53,225, representing 66%, are pre-trial inmates, while only 26,841, representing 34%, are convicted inmates, require regular attendance to courts. With this strengthened feat today, we are poised to improve court attendance, thus playing our part in the swift administration of justice and contributing to the overall decongestion of our correctional facilities. This development aligns perfectly with the broader vision of the federal government to reposition the Nigerian Correctional Service for enhanced efficiency, professionalism, and compliance with international best practices. I would at this juncture like to extend my deepest appreciation to His Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, for his unwavering commitment to reforming the Nigerian Correctional Service and for approving the procurement of these vehicles. What else can I say, ladies and gentlemen? My sincere gratitude and appreciation as well goes to our dynamic, indefatigable, youngest minister in the park, highly cerebral, very territorial, the Honorable Minister of Interior, Honorable Dr. Olubimetunji Ojo, whose tireless efforts and support have made this achievement possible. I think he deserves another round of applause. Sir, on behalf of the entire officers and men of the Nigerian Correctional Service, I say a heartfelt thank you.
It's not going to be a day of long speeches. It's not going to be a day of long speeches. for me, is about the evidence of the domiciliation of the renewed hope agenda within the correctional service. For me, I've always said, there has to be a change. There has to be an indicator, a differential, and of course, a unique spot that distinguishes between the Nigerian Prison Service and the Nigerian Correctional Service. I've always said it at almost all fora that a correctional center is not a place of incarceration. A correctional center is a place for rehabilitation, restoration, reformation, transformation, and of course, a place for correction. That's what a correctional center is. The name did not just change as a matter of semantics or as a matter of English from prisons to correction. There is something we call the spirit behind every law. There's an intent behind every law. And I know that the intention of the Correctional Service Act 2019 is to create a service that will be an enabler of restoration of hope. A service that will be a custodian of the transformation of individuals, of inmates. And of course, one that will build on the premise and on the foundation of renewed hope agenda of Mr. President. When a child or a citizen or anybody goes to a correctional center, the idea is not to condemn them. The idea is to rehabilitate them. So once condemnation takes the place of transformation and rehabilitation, then what you get is a failed system. I want to thank the new CG Correctional Service because what we're seeing today is restoration and what I call hope alive. So for us, we still have a lot to do, but the good thing is this. We're not yet where we need to be, but the good thing is we're not where we were. So we're making progress. We're making progress. I would like to respond very briefly to my brother Dave. I call him Dave in the house. He spoke about we encouraging our officers. I want to thank you for that, but I want to also tell you, and I put it on record, that President Tinubu has done more in terms of welfare for the correctional service than anybody in history. It will interest you. In 2 years, within the space of 18 months, President Tinubu approved the promotion of over 50,000 paramilitary officers. We cancelled, we eradicated the syndrome of stagnation in the service. As I speak, we do not have any backlog of promotion. And it's the first time in the history of the board since 1986 that the board achieved that. So there is career progression of our officers. As a matter of fact, yesterday we had our board meeting and we approved the commencement of the 2025 promotion exercise yesterday. So this is February. We are starting the process of promotion officially on the 9th of March 2020. For our senior officers in the house, they will tell you a lot of them got stagnated for so many years. There are people today that are DCGs that would have been DCGs years back. There are SCGs in the house that under normal condition could have been DCGs. There are controllers that would have even been DCGs. But because we had career stagnation. But this president came and said, an encouraged and motivated staff is an efficient staff. Decided to change the narrative. And I tell you, our officers will tell you, it's not business as usual. It's business as usual. We must also appreciate the president for also approving the expansion of the structure in terms of vacancies. He expanded it to create room for more promotion necessary, for more people to be elevated, for career fulfillment, and for people to be able not just to dream, but to be able to fulfill their dreams. We must also appreciate the President for the approval of the peculiar allowance, which they have started earning. We must also thank the President for the issue of their insurance policy. So we must also thank the President for the increment in budgetary allocation for paramilitary. And we must thank the President for the approval of the establishment of a National Paramilitary Academy, which is a degree-awarding institution. Just like the military, they have the NDA, where they catch Nigerians young, mold them to find officers in pursuit of national service. Just like you have the police with the police university in Wudil, they catch young Nigerians at 17, 18, train them, mold them, and people build careers. The president, for the first time in the history of Nigeria, we have a president who decided within the context of the paramilitary structure, he will provide long-term solutions to our long-term problems. I always say this, it is wickedness for you to demand from a man what he doesn't have. If you do not have a properly and well-trained officer, you can't expect maximum efficiency. And what has this president done? He has gone to the cradle, gone to the foundation, gone to the basis, reinforced the foundation of paramilitary. The word paramilitary, it's not civil service. The word paramilitary means you're supposed to augment, consolidate what the military is doing. The paramilitary should be at the center of the enhancement and maintenance of internal security in Nigeria. But for us to do this, it's a function of capacity. And capacity is a function of knowledge acquisition and knowledge transfer. And for the first time, we have a president who has put the paramilitary at the right place. Where a child leaves secondary school, he has ambition to be a correctional officer. He has ambition to be an immigration officer or any of these paramilitary agencies. Goes in there, writes work, passes his work, goes for JAM, still paramilitary academy, goes in there for 4 or 5 years, earns his BSc or whichever qualification, and goes straight to the various agencies of trial. Check all other countries. Do you want to talk about France? Do you want to talk about other countries? And see why internal security has never been an issue. Why? Because there is a proper officer staff recruitment process. Paramilitary job, with due respect, I say this, it's not a poverty alleviation project. It's not. It's not an empowerment program. It's not for you to look for somebody, people that have looked for a job and they just see it as, let me just take this one. It's beyond that. It's a profession of pride. It's a profession, it's a career of choice. And the president today has brought us something that we lacked. Something we've lacked in the last 50, 60, 70 years of existence of paramilitary agencies. And what's that thing? Professional pride and dignity. So for me, just to respond to what you said, this president has given us his all. And I put it on record. There is no memo, nothing that pertains to the paramilitary in terms of career progression, in terms of welfareism, that we have put in front of the president that he has not done. Nothing. And to our officers here, you can confirm maybe it has ever been as good as this. No, you can answer. It has never been as good as this. Before, when I came in 2023, we did promotion of 2022. But now, this is February, we are already talking of 2025 promotion. The expansion of the structure is costing government money because when structure expands and people are promoted, salary will increase. But the president is not holding anything back in his pursuit of giving you joy and fulfillment. And that is why I hold nothing back when it comes to discipline. Because the president has not held anything back. And to whom much is given, much is expected. I want to say this very clearly. I'm privileged personally to have the opportunity of serving as Minister of Interior under the mentorship and tutelage of the President. Because it's something for you to have the intention of working and coming up with ideas. There's a difference between working with an amplifier of ideas and an attenuator of ideas. I don't know, maybe for me, the president is an amplifier of ideas. So, today is about the correctional service. Today, it's not just about our officers in uniform. Today, it's about the most vulnerable in our society. The inmates. When you have 66% awaiting trial, it means the basic point of consideration is logistics. Because you must convey them. That's logistics.